Hey everybody, today is Thursday, April 9th, 2020. We are almost through this first week. So your lessons today are a story called A Bad Start. It is a front and back side story, I believe. Yes, it's a front and back. Okay, and then you have questions that are you're going to use the context clues. So you're going to find those words, go back, read the sentences in the story that contain that word, and figure out what the definition is based on how they are used in the story. And then you're going to use two of those words and write a sentence for each of those words. And then you also have a page that looks like this. It is 10 questions, and it asks you a lot of different things. It asks you about the setting and then just things that were in the story. What's the author's purpose of writing the story? The one question, number 9, that I wanted to spend just a minute and talk about is point of view. So I know my class, we've talked a little bit about point of view this year, but I wanted to review what that was. So I'm going to turn around to another screen and show you point of view. So you have first person, second person, and third person point of view. So if it is written in first person, it uses the pronouns I, my, we, our, us. And the narrator, or the person telling the story, is talking about themselves. Okay? And the narrator is usually the main character. If you're looking at second person point of view, it's usually saying you or your. So it's when the writer, or the person speaking in the story, is talking directly to the person reading the story. And this is not used very often. Okay, and then you have third person. Third person uses pronouns like he, she, it, they, his, her, and their. And then the narrator is watching the story, but the narrator is not in the story. And the narrator speaks about other characters, but not about himself. Okay, and this is the way that most stories are told. Okay, so just kind of a little reminder about what point of view is, and so that will help you answer that question. And then you also have, you also have 2 questions that are written response questions. So make sure when you are answering those questions, you are writing good, complete 4th grade sentences. Making sure you follow your punctuation and your capitalization rules, and making sure they are a complete sentence. If I read your answer without reading the question, I can understand what it is saying. So then your math assignment for today is multiplication. So you'll have a page that looks like this, some 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication, and it is 20 problems. So I wanted to review how to do that real quick. So you have a problem that looks like this, 59 times 6. So we're going to multiply that 9 and 6 together. And 9 times 6 is 54. So I put my 4 here. And I carry my 5 to my tens place, just like when I was adding. Then I multiply across. I take 6 times 5. That gives me 30. And then I add my 5 to it, so 354. And that is the answer to my problem. So that is how you will do that whole worksheet. Okay, it is all 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication. Okay, and then the back side of that is a division page. So it is a lot of problems, okay, but they are all division, pretty simple division. Okay, so you have that page to work on also, remembering for me, it may not be for you, but for me, it is easier to think about the number times what equals. So like on number 2, 15 divided by 3, I think 3 times what equals 15, and that's my answer. So that is your math for today. You need to be finishing up those spelling sentences, and you should be studying those states and capitals, getting those memorized. And then your last page for today is your science page. Okay. And just like it has been all week, it is talking about Morse code. You have a little story there and 3 questions to answer. Number 3, it has ask you a question and then it says explain why. So make sure you are explaining thoroughly and using those complete sentences. So remember to be reading and practicing those multiplication facts every day. So have a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow.